Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be building a house. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so today is going to be a little bit of a building episode. Just a little bit. I mean, we are going to get some other stuff done, but building is the main thing that we're going to work on. So I have my inventory ready to go with all that good stuff. I think the only thing I really need to do is grab, I think I have my totem cutter somewhere. It's got to be in here somewhere. I keep these closed, it reduces lag. But I know I have it. As soon as I find it. Totem knife, I think is what it's called. If I can find that thing. By the way, I need to cast that out. Thought I had it on me, I guess I don't. Oh, there it is. Right there. Completely looked over it earlier. Alright guys, so today is going to be sort of a building episode. I got sort of the foundation set up for what I want to build today. And what I did was I carved into the ground and kind of got this thing set up. So we have a place for our horses as of right now, which is a really nice area, just to kind of store them. But basically what I did was I just cut into the ground and kind of added this with the dirt. Just made a little stairway, but we're going to build the rest of the house today. So I got some of the hard part done, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch through that. Unfortunately, I could not get my replay mod to work for some reason. I'll have to check that out, but I was going to do that today, but I couldn't get it to work. Also, I did decide to put the cobblestone here, so that way this does not spread to our house. But it is nice that we have this over here, because the stone and stuff that this produces is, I mean, there's some nice stuff. I do believe that that is the stone that's underground here. If we dig down, we will hit abyssal stone. I'm pretty sure. No? We just get regular stone. Okay, maybe that unlocks later on. For right now, I guess it's regular stone, which is no big deal. I mean, having that there, but we'll have special mobs that spawn over here, which is good, because we need to kill those mobs. But to help us build today, I think what the better thing to do would be to make the spider. Let's put it on spider. And good, that'll help us walk up walls and stuff like that. So that way we can easily build. I don't know what the range is. I hope it goes all the way out here. Yes. Okay, good. Good. Okay, it doesn't go over here. But it's fine. As long as we can get to this side, I think we're going to be okay. So what I wanted to do today was to build basically a simple roof and roof on top of our building and kind of get the wall set up. Unfortunately, we don't have glass unlocked yet. So glass is not there. So we do not have glass yet. We technically have ice, but that wouldn't make any sense. So what I'm going to do for windows is kind of interesting. I've done this before. I'm going to show you this technique. So you make cobblestone. If you're using cobblestone to build your walls, which I am for right now, until we get better materials, because you can't, I mean, I can make a chisel right now for chisel and bits, but I can't actually make a chisel, to make different types of stone and stuff like that. And then I also don't have access to stone bricks, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we're basically going to make for the most part, solid wall here. And I'm only going up to this point. We are going to have to add, I think, to every single one of these tops here. Yeah, I do believe. Because this needs to come across like so. Even all the way over here, it needs to come across. Which is pretty nice. So, I'm going to get this done where I spread this all the way across, and then we'll get started with the rest. Okay, so what I ended up actually doing was, instead of that layer that I was putting up there, that was the cobblestone, I ended up replacing it and putting the wood. So yeah, just use wood instead, because I think that is going to eventually look better. And then also put the the little things coming off the side, just to kind of give it a more rustic look. And then I'm just going to put the rest with cobblestone, because I mean, right now we are so primitive, like we don't have that much at our fingertips, so there's really not much we can actually make. So this right here is going to be a good example. We're going to fill this in. This is one of the other sides to the stairway. And right here is just another doorway that we're going to use. We're actually going to have something right here as well. And I think that I can actually enclose this section. We're going to have like an archway that runs across. And this will inevitably be closed off. Because we don't want to be able to see out there that much anyways. So we'll just close it off. Put some wood. I think we can easily get up there just by Spider-Manning up here. Perfect. And this will just help us out. There we go. So that's going to be that look. We can, of course, add stairs and stuff to that later to make it a little bit better looking. So let's talk about windows. Because right now, we don't really have an option for windows. But we do. These make very good windows. If you want to have windows in your world, and basically this will prep you for whenever you actually do unlock glass, you can basically just take this, and I think even on this side, if you wanted to make it look good for you, as you standing on the inside, you can add this. And so that kind of gives you like a window seal, and it even looks good on the outside. So there we go. I did recess this into the ground. I did that on purpose because a lot of the older homes and stuff that you see that were, you know, of primitive times, they buried them slightly underground. And the reason they did that is because it helped with like insulating your house. So kind of went with that theme, trying to keep that going as well. So I'm not going to put very many windows on this side. I kind of split them up. I did 2 from that side. I'll put 2 windows over here. Kind of splitting it up. And I think that'll make it look a little bit better. So we can add those from this side. And on the other side, add these. I think that looks kind of nice. I don't know. I mean, we are just building with cobblestone, so it's only going to look so nice. And on this side, we basically do the same thing. I'm going to go 2 away from the window. And I'll go 2 away on this side. I think this wall, we could have 3. It'll kind of help us view from the outside. I think it'll be bad. There we go. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I mean, it's not bad for the limited amount of items that we have. Don't get me wrong. And there we go. So I went ahead and got some of these structural stuff set up. I went ahead and decided I'm going to actually build a pier out here. I'm actually going to have a roof going over top of it. I think that would look kind of nice. And also here, since it is kind of stairwell down to where we're going to have our farms and stuff like that, because I can actually clear out a lot of this land and stuff and extend out into the water quite a ways. But I kind of got the general look of what I was wanting. I actually need to eat. Been starving myself trying to get stuff done. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also made a backpack. This thing's really easy to make. Take a look here. Look at that. I should have made that a long time ago, since I had an abundance of leather. But yeah, this is basically what I've been working on. And let me kind of do this. I'm actually going to extend this out because this is going to be a central beam, and it would look good. Not only that, I'm pretty much going to need it. I'm going to need it because this center area is going to be half slabs. And yeah, I'm going to have to put half slabs all the way down the center of this thing because we're going to have a split roof. We're going to have a roof on this side and a roof on this side. And it's just going to work that way. It's going to have to. This, on the other hand, is a little bit different. It's actually going to split off right here. There's going to be like a little split in the roof, the way it works. So it should be, I mean, it's going to be something like this. Because we're going to have this set up. It's going to be something like that, which is going to have to work. And then I can also add that down there, which should work. So we'll have this all set up. Let me go ahead and add the other beams because this is also going to reach the same height. Same here. We're going to have that reach up. And what I might end up doing to this building, that's why I'm not putting too much effort into the way the thing looks, because we might actually add extra floors. So this probably won't stay this way, especially with the way the roof is and everything. We're going to have to probably extend and add stuff to this, I'm sure. But on the outside here, what we can easily do is set this to some cobblestone. I know this is it's not gonna like me, but we're gonna put an upside down one here
and a regular one there. Upside down, regular, and that doesn't look that bad. Upside down. It's gonna be hard to get the regular one on here. There we go. Just like that. I don't think that looks very bad. I think it looks pretty good. On the doorway, I just added the wood and an upside down stair. And we're kind of just working with the resources that we have. That's really all I'm doing. Same with this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to do that now. Because I don't want to stick with this look. I'm actually going to put a beam there. I think that looks better. Having a beam going across. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the roof built onto here. And then we're going to have to work on lighting. All right, guys. So here is the build. So I didn't put too much work into this. I really only spent maybe an hour and a half on it. And of course, that was a little bit of time in between recording and everything. So there's the front, and this is the back. We kind of look back here. You can see this is the back. Looks fairly nice. It's very simple. I mean, all we're using is logs, of course, cobblestone, and that's about it. And, you know, just the variants of that. Now that we actually have stuff. So on this one, I built the roof a little bit higher. This one, I built the roof a little bit lower. I have a nice little balcony, so we can come out here and we could kind of take a look at everything going on outside, even at night. Downstairs, I went ahead and made what is going to be a farm, which is fairly easy to do. And I still got my my strainers over there. But now that we have water to like right at our fingertips, which is exactly what I want, it's going to be perfect. Now all we got to do is move my stuff in. You take the stairs down here. As you can see, I set paths everywhere. Got a place for my horses, so my horses can come with me. And then we can exit out this direction with the horses. And bam, we can come all the way back across to everything else. Also, I have paths set up over here, so that way I can head over here and get to my bison and stuff. Or my buffalo. And yeah, that's kind of what it looks like at a distance. I still don't know how sure I am about having the half slab, cobblestone half slab at the bottom. And I don't know about those stripes. I just kind of wanted to break things up so it just wasn't like a solid wood texture all the way across the roof. But yeah, you never, oh well. So I just got to move my things. And of course, to do that, all you got to do is do this, and I just have to walk a little bit. And I'm going to be moving my chest around and getting some of my equipment moved into the house, and we should be good to go. So guys, we are on the lookout for a large deposit of sand because we are going to need sand for today's episode. And I think I found it right over here. So I'm going to park my horse. Hopefully no piranhas try to get me as I swim across. Okay, I think we're good. We have some squids that spawned, so that's going to help us out a little bit. I think I might actually need to mine a little bit of cobblestone too, whenever we get down deep enough into the sand. I'm going to get down here a little bit, take my torch, and we're going to use our torch to our advantage. Ooh, we also have sandstone. I might as well just grab the sandstone, because that's what we're actually going to need, is the sandstone. So I'll go ahead and grab as much as that as I possibly can. Yeah, we'll go ahead and farm this. Sandstone is actually what I need for today's episode, so because we're going to get the kiln, we're going to start making some alloys and some good stuff like that. So that's going to be kind of cool. Let's get down into this. Look at that. It's like all the sandstone we could want. And yeah, and plus the sand. We are going to use the sand later on, so might as well grab it all. There we go. All right, so here's how I have everything set up down here. In the house, I just went ahead and kind of got everything organized the best I could. We have like our building materials and blocks and placeables right here, our tools and stuff of that nature, and of course our goodies, like our main materials that we use to craft stuff all the time. So I need to make these kiln bricks. To do that, I need sandstone and I need regular brick, and it gives you 2, and I believe you need 8 to build your structure. I do believe I think it's a 2x2 building, or not a 2x2. Yeah, it might actually be a 2x2. So maybe 4? I think so. I always get it wrong. Whenever I start building and I forget. exactly how it's supposed to go. But let's kind of split these. I think that's too much. I'll do 24. How about that? So I'll kind of set these. I think I can split this. I'll put it in here first because I think this one's a little bit faster. And then you guys said don't use the furnace. Don't. I'm like, why? You guys said because it uses fuel. And I was like, what? So if you take a look, this recipe can't, like, you can't even make it that way. I'm kind of curious if you can make brick this way. I actually got brick earlier from breaking the kiln. So, but it uses a lot. So yeah, you have to use the kiln to get this. You can't use this kiln yet. It did show that you can craft it, but we don't have a table. So yeah, it actually has to go in here. Wow. We're actually gonna have to wait for it. Let's not do that. Let's do 12. We'll get a few of them. We can use them later. Yeah, that's the only way you're going to be able to get brick is by putting it in the kiln, which makes sense. Since this thing is exactly what that's made for turning clay into brick. So, we just have to let it wait, and I'll come back whenever it's done. Guys, remember how earlier I said I wanted to try out the plow and see how it actually works? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, I forgot I left my other horse up there. That's okay. We'll use this guy. He's just as good. 27. I think they're about equal. So let's grab this. Does it just... Okay. Maybe we have to use a special key? Alright, so I was thinking, since I can right-click on the cart, why can't I right-click on this? And then I ended up figuring out, that's how you lower the plow. Kind of nice. I think you can do it from while you're on the horse as well. And we should be able to plow. How cool is that? Of course, we can back this cart up. So if we just walk around, this thing will plow. It's just a gimmick thing. Yeah, it's just super funny. We can, of course, like I said, back this thing up to get all of the area completely tilled up. It's such a gimmicky thing. I don't see the practical use of this, but you know, it's kind of funny. If, like, early game, this should have been the only way you were able to do this. It would have been more fun if, like, this was the only method that you could use to actually till farmland. But then again, using the manual way is actually, I guess, how people originally started. We didn't start using machinery until later on, like machinery like this. So, there we go. We're getting it. Look at that. That's so funny. But yeah, this is just how you would use this mod. Pretty cool. So we're gonna actually take some of this hay. I actually just planted a bunch of it. I need 3 bales, and I also need some oak leaves, which you could, of course, get from your flint shears. And we'll set it up like this. And look, we get a bed of straw and leaves. Will be destroyed if broken once placed. Okay. So we need to find somewhere that we can place this that we don't have to worry about us moving it later on. Where would be a good place for that? I don't know. I don't want to put it next to the kiln. That sounds dangerous. You know, we can place it. We don't really have a room or anything in particular. I'm going to place it out here. Why not? This doesn't seem like a bad area. Kind of wake up every morning. Outside. Nice. And then it'll set our spawn point in here, so it's just like a normal bed. Except for it's straw. Actually, I really like the textures on that. It's really cool. Alright, so I know before we get anywhere that we need to actually get this copper into normal copper. And to do that, there's a few steps we actually have to take. We have to get this in a stone anvil. So here's a stone anvil. And we should be able to make that fairly easy. There shouldn't be anything preventing us from it. And we could have made that earlier, honestly. It's not a big deal. How was that made? I completely messed that up. I did. Okay. So we take the stone anvil, and we need to make a stone mallet. We need to make this guy. There we go. And that unlocked something for us. And we can go ahead and place this down. I'll place it next to everything else. And we have our stone mallet. And now I can place the blocks on here. And it should give us 9. Look at that. There we go. And this is from Primal Tech. I actually thought this was from Magnetic Craft. But it's not. So, yeah, it's just, it's from Primal Tech. Pretty cool mod, actually. Look at that. It's so weird not being able to craft this into normal ingots. Maybe that'll unlock later on. I don't know. Or maybe there's an automated way of doing that. But now, all we need is 2 of the copper. Because I pretty much have everything else. I have the brick. So we have 24 brick. I have the sandstone in here. Let me go ahead and combine that real quick. Let's get that done. Really, I think we only need 8. Like I said originally. So there we go. I can go ahead and put this stuff back along with the bricks. And then we can go ahead and actually craft our engineer's hammer, which requires the copper. There we go. And we find somewhere to place this monster because it's a pretty big multi-block. I want to put my kiln, I want to put my furnace thing there, so we'll actually put it right here. Hit it with that. There we go. Now we have a kiln. And we should be able to mix these 2 metals together. Tin and copper. And we can actually take a look right here. We need to make bronze. And we should be able to see bronze ingot. Kiln, 3 copper to 1 tin. So, there we go. So I'm going to make a double batch. Throw that in there. Get some of our coal. Pretty sure I have coal. I hope I didn't leave that unlocked down there. Coal, where are you? There you are. Charcoal. Perfect. And throw that in there and let it do its thing. It's not the fastest machine, but it's also not very slow either. So we should be able to get all of that stuff done. I think while we wait, I mean, we can do some of the basic quests that there's really no reason why we haven't completed already. Like making a hoe. You know, why haven't we done that? Making the barrels, the bottom of the barrels. Clay barrels can hold fluids such as water and liquid metals. So here's the thing. Why? I guess because the other thing over there doesn't store that much. I guess we could use it, but I still have to pour it by hand. So I don't know why I would want to bother with that. Oh, I want to try sleeping in that new bed. That's something we can do. Maybe hopefully we can do it with there's monsters around. Yeah. Good. Good. And that should set our spawn point there. So now if we ever die, it'll spawn us right back there. Look at the zombies dying over here. Oh yeah, that's the Abyssal Craft guys. So yeah, that's another reason I can actually walk out after night and find some goodies. Hopefully there'll be some flesh and stuff that drops from these guys. Look at him. Look at him. A couple hits and he's gone. He's actually a fairly tough guy to kill. Just because he has so many hit points. The zombies, man, they just move all over the place. I wish you would stop wiggling. And look, he just went away. Just like that. Yeah, this stuff is actually not bad. I don't know what this is. I can't see it yet. It's because I haven't progressed far enough into it. But later on down the road, that can make some pretty good food. Which is not bad. Wow, we are hightailing it, guys. I'll tell you what, it's not going to take long. Look at that. We just got the bronze. And it actually wants us to kind of progress here. Which is going to be funny. Getting into Abyssal Craft, which these are 2 mods that could basically be like one mod that you install in your pack and it would take you a little while to just complete on their own. Kind of crazy. And then this one, I don't want it anymore. Now that you are traveling less, you can use the blood altar to create an apple of lofty stature, which will remove your step up abilities. Okay. Yeah, that would be, I still, does it remove it where we can't turn it back on again? Because I would actually like to be able to turn it on and off if that's the case, but I don't know. We'll get into getting into blood altars and stuff like that next episode. I think we've done quite a lot this episode. I don't know about you guys. We end up getting bronze. So, which is apparently needed for the blood altar. This really doesn't look that hard to get. I've played other packs where to get an actual blood altar, it took you an entire episode alone just to get the blood altar. This is not going to take us that long. The demonic will is not going to take us that long to get either. So, I'll keep you guys up to date. If you want to, follow me on the Discord. You hop on. There's a link down in the description below. You guys can hop on there, say hi. Basically ask questions, do anything you want, join a conversation. I mean, there's tons of conversations going on all day long, 24/7. I highly recommend you guys hopping on there. And also supporting as well. I have a Patreon if you guys want to do that, if you're interested. I do have a Patreon server. And I'm actually thinking about putting this pack on there. So stay tuned for that. And you guys can check out the Patreon link down below as well. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.